Hello, good afternoon. My name is Walbert Adakwa. Today, I'm recording my final research paper. The topic that I chose was cognitive and physical development in adolescence. That's Psychology 111. My name is Walbert Adakwa and it's due December 4th, 2022. My first slide is what is physical and cognitive development. Although adolescence may appear to be a turbulent time, it's also a period of great potential as young people are engaged more deeply in the world around them. Adolescents typically grow physically and cognitively. They try new things and new activities. They begin to think more critically and develop more varied and complex relationships. Physical development. Some of the physical changes that happens during adolescence are internal and not visible, while others can be seen easily. The changes that occur both inside and outside the body during adolescence happens through a process called puberty. This process stems from the release of certain hormones in the brain. The physical changes in adolescents shift them from their childhood bodies to their adult bodies and give them the ability to get pregnant if they're women or if they're girls, and can cause pregnancy when they are boys or men. Physical development is a milestone of adolescence, and the timing of these milestones varies both between and within the sexes. Some adolescents exhibit physical signs of maturity sooner than their peers, and others exhibit them later. Many factors can be responsible for differences in the timing and results of adolescents' physical changes. And here are the examples. Their gene. A person's genetic makeup can affect the timing of puberty and what the changes look like. Exercise is also another example. Overweight females, for example, are more likely to have their first period or menses and experience breast development at younger ages than their peers. Chronic illness can also be another factor. Conditions such as cystic fibrosis, asthma, or bowel diabetes or bowel problems also can contribute to delays in growth in adolescence. Not only that, substance abuse or substance use, like smoking or using other drugs, can harm adolescents' growth and development. Smoking can stunt lung growth and it's harder to grow strong bones. Now we're coming to the cognitive development of adolescents. And in the cognitive development, it refers to the changes in the brain that changes prepares people or the adolescent to think and also to learn. In adolescence, changes in the brain interact with experience, knowledge, and social demands. This stage of cognitive development is termed by the Piaget theory. And Piaget is one of the best psychologists. And he termed this stage as the formal operational stage. It marks a moment from the ability to think and reason logically about the concrete visible events, to the ability to also think logically about abstract concepts. The brain of adolescents undergoes a lot of growth and development to help them carry out decisions that will help them thrive now and in the future. Cognitive development, much like physical development, happens at a different pace for every adolescent. So it could happen that you have even two twins which have the same age group, but because their cognitive development happens in a different pace, one may be smarter than the other, or one may think much more deeper than the other, even though they are twins, that they are the same age. As a result of this physical cognitive development, adolescents of the same age may not have the same thinking and reasoning skills, as I said earlier. Some factors that can affect how adolescent brain develop and how adolescent thinks are as follows. Learning style and multiple intelligences. Every adolescent learns and processes information differently because their brains do not develop at the same pace. So everyone have their way of thinking, and every adolescent have their way of presenting or thinking abilities when it comes to the reasoning skills and thinking skills. Then disabilities also is another factor. A learning disability such as auditory processing disorder or attention deficit hypertrophy disorder, and even dyslexia can also affect adolescent ability of thinking and reasoning skills. Trauma. Trauma can be one of the factors that can affect adolescent ability to reason or to think. Now, brain development might be more difficult because of earlier or ongoing trauma. So when the child experiences a trauma in their life, it can have a significant effect on the development of their brain. In other words, it's going to slow them down when it comes to the ability to think or ability to reasoning skills. The mental health disorder. Mental health disorder is also another factor. Much mental health disorders first appear during adolescence, in part because of changes in physical brain development. So that's what the researchers say, that most or much of the mental health disorders do happen during this stage of life, adolescent stage. And the substance use. The substance use or the substance can greatly also hinder adolescent potential by slowing their brain development. So all these factors are major factors or significant factors that can affect the adolescent, not only physical development, but also their cognitive development, thereby hindering their ability of thinking and the ability of reasoning skills. Now, my last slide is my reference page. I have 2 references. Thank you.